My name is Raissa. I am 25 years old and I've been studying international and European law. My mother, she's a friend, she's an advisor, a supporter, an idol, and of course also my mother. That is who Victoire Ingabire is for me. Well, I think the right word for her is being independent. She has always taught us to take care of our own selves in life. You cannot expect things to be done for you. That is one message she always gave us when we were growing up. If you really want something, you go after it, and you make sure that you do what it takes to get it. And she always taught us to never give up. It will be difficult and good things are not easy to get. So she learned us to be strong and not to give in to our weaknesses at times. And she would always tell us, of course, it's human to sometimes feel down and disappointed and to feel discouraged, but you have to keep your vision forward and always reach for that. And she was or is a woman of faith and always taught us to pray to God that He is our leading source in life, and if we cannot have a mother around or a father around or anybody, God is still always. I was actually quite nonchalant. I don't know if that's the same word in English. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. But it didn't really sink in until the moment that she was really leaving, the night before. Before we had to bring her to the airport. That's when it started to really get into my mind, like, oh, wow, she's leaving, and we don't even know when we'll see her. Of course, we knew that we were expecting her to be back in March, because she left at the end of January, beginning February, and we thought, oh well, in 2 months we'll see her again, so this is an adventure for her. And we went to the airport, and many people came to see her goodbye. And I don't know, I guess when she walked through the gates, that's when it kind of hit me, and tears fell out of my eyes, because I realized, wow, this is she's leaving. And she was always mentioning that what she's doing is going against the status quo in Rwanda, and many have tried at least to oppose the government, but usually they would end up in danger. So she warned us, telling us that she could disappear, she could be killed, she could be imprisoned. And yeah, I must say that being in prison was the best scenario that could have been, if you look at the negative side of what could have happened to her. Of course, it could have also went well, but as soon as she arrived there, they already attacked her when she wanted to register her political party. And afterwards, they tried to arrest her and held her, and it was quite an exciting period, because I can remember that I kind of broke down the first time she got arrested, because it felt so definite, and I didn't know what was going to happen if she fell in the hands of the government. But then she got released. This happened another 2 times, I think. And then in October she was arrested and not released anymore. So it's been exciting all the way through, because it was unexpected. Every move came out of nowhere, and somehow you know that something is about to happen, but you don't know exactly what until it happens. Even detaining her for 6 months when they arrested her without even having a clear trial against her, that was also quite an insecure period, because we didn't know how long this could last. And the international community didn't really protest as much as we expected them to, and it actually became clear to us then that there is no fair trial in Rwanda. It became clear to us then already, so it was a shaky period, wondering what will the courts rule over. I've talked about this with with the brother who comes after me, my Remy, and we always came to one thought, that is that for us it's okay. We can miss her because we grew up with her for so many years, but we felt really sorry for our youngest brother, who was 8 when she left. So he had to miss a mother for in his younger years, which are pretty much the years that you really want and need a mother around you. And I guess that's what bothered me most, that my little brother had to miss his mother, and that my mother had to miss my younger brother. And these are the years where my younger brother is developing his personality, and my mother's not around for it. So that's a pity, because my mother's seen me and my other brother grow up, and she knows us. Even now, if I get a little bit of contact with her, she knows us. She still can somehow take us in the right road and advise us, knowing our characters. And he had grandmother around, and my father, who were the elders in his life. Yeah, sometimes I find myself saying mom, meaning my grandmother. That is, I don't know how that happens or why that happens, but I find myself saying mom, and I'm like, no, grandma. And yeah, I've turned to her when I was feeling like needing a female family member around me who's close to me. And I can talk to my grandmother well, and she's often there for our family. My mother is a public speaker, while my father is a social speaker. My father makes acquaintances very fast. He's a very open, kind, funny man who easily can make friends wherever he goes, and he makes people feel comfortable very easily. He's strict, more strict than my mother was when he grew up. And he's a typical my way goes. My way goes. But I must say that ever since my mother left, he has changed. Now he has to take on the mother's responsibilities and way of being, and also the father. So he has become more gentle. Yeah. Yes, perhaps the Rwandan women should take a break every now and then and leave the men at home, so that they can see how to manage it. But it has changed my father for the better. Actually, since I was a young girl, and they asked me the question, what do you want to be? I always said a lawyer, and without even understanding what it really meant to be a lawyer. But obviously I had that interest already, and it never really let me go. And then when my mother got imprisoned, I left all the other options that I was thinking about and considering to do for study, and started international and European law, trying to understand the case, how it was going. Because knowing that there is a corruption going on, and truly understanding why and where it is going wrong, there are two different things. And it's been helpful. It's been helpful, and sometimes also frustrating, because if you learn how you can use the law to do right, and you see how other people are using the law to bring innocent people to prison. It's very frustrating. Well, I have been scared in the past, realizing that the government that my mother is challenging is a ruthless government. They've tried to, they have attacked different people in foreign countries. So at times I would be scared that in order to sabotage my mother's politics, that they could harm the family. And yeah, that would fear me. And but at some point I realized that yeah, I am in a place where I can talk freely, more than the people can who are in Rwanda themselves. I've heard about how people in Rwanda are terrorized by the military and the police by saying any word towards about Victoire Ingabire or about the president himself. They are not talking about them because it's just too risky for their own safety. And here I can talk about them, and that brings a responsibility with it, that I feel that it's necessary to create awareness about the circumstances of Rwanda. And seeing how my mother went to Rwanda where it is all happening, knowing the risks, knowing the dangers, it makes me feel like I can be more courageous as well, because she's surviving so far, and so I can survive as well. I don't have to fear that something will happen, as yeah, expect the unexpected. I wouldn't say that, but be prepared. I don't go to certain places where I would meet certain people. I'm careful enough to know that I shouldn't talk to just everybody, and yeah, and those are the precautions that I take. But besides that, I just try to live as normal as possible and put the fear aside. I'm still waiting for a release somehow. In my mind, something will happen, whether the international government is gonna or the international environment is going to take actions, or whether the government itself somehow will will start acting right, or maybe by force, but I'm still waiting on something that will happen that will release her. I don't really believe or have it in mind that she might be in prison for 15 years. Her strength gives us a lot of strength. Whenever I hear about her, how she's doing, I hear people say, oh, she's doing great, she's doing so well. And the little bit of conversations or communication that we can get also gives me the idea that she's doing well and that she's managing herself where she is. So even if she had to endure all those years in prison, she'll do well. She'll get out of it stronger, I believe, because of that. Dag lieve mama, hoe gaat het met jou? Je zal waarschijnlijk zeggen, met mij gaat het altijd goed. En dat geloof ik ook wel. Hoewel, soms maak ik me een beetje zorgen. Dan denk ik, die moeder van mij, die wil ons gewoon niet bezorgd maken. Maar ik weet jouw kracht. Ik weet hoe optimistisch jij bent. En hoe gelovig jij bent. En dat is jouw kracht. Dus ik maak me ook geen zorgen. Het gaat goed met mij. Ik voel me wel lekker. Ik voel me prima. Ik ben vandaag naar school gegaan. En binnenkort mag ik gewoon weer, als het goed is, beginnen. En daar bidden we nog even voor. Ik hoor het binnenkort en je zult het ook horen. Ik wil je even zeggen dat ik jou heel erg mis. Echt heel erg. Het liefst zou ik je echt graag een knuffel willen geven. Ik denk wel eens terug aan toen ik jong was en dat jij dan in de keuken bezig was en de was bovenaan het doen was. En dan zou ik je overal in het huis volgen en dan werd je helemaal gek van mij en dan zei je, ga toch naar je vader of zo. Nou, als je terugkomt, dat ga ik zeker nog een keertje doen. Ik ga gewoon jou achterna lopen overal waar je heen gaat. Totdat je helemaal gek van me wordt. Want ik heb zoveel te vertellen, zoveel te delen. En ja, een dikke knuffel gewoon. Ik ga jou echt een dikke knuffel toesturen. Nou, ik hou heel veel van jou. Je bent echt mijn beste vriendin. Je bent mijn adviseur. Je bent mijn hulp. Je bent mijn grootste fan. Tegelijkertijd, je bent gewoon mijn lieve moeder. Daar ben ik heel trots op. Daar ben ik heel blij mee. En zelfs al ben je helemaal daar, je bent er nog voor mij. Ik kan eigenlijk bijna niet zeggen dat ik geen moeder naast me heb, want je bent er gewoon voor mij. En dat vind ik heel bijzonder. Ik mis jou heel erg. Ik kan niet wachten tot je weer bij ons bent of dat wij bij jou zijn. Ik denk veel aan ons. Wij denken ook veel aan jou. Ik bid voor ons. En ik bid ook voor jou. En houd moed. Blijf sterk. Blijf volhouden. Je hebt niks voor niks deze missie gekozen. Hè? Het is heel moedig. Maar ook heel zwaar. Ik weet dat wel. En je moet gewoon volhouden. Ja, dat is het beste wat je kan doen. En ik weet dat je daar ook mee bezig bent. En het geeft mij ook moed. Het geeft mij heel veel moed om ook strijdbaar te zijn in het leven. Om andere mensen te gaan willen helpen. En met Gods wil gaat me dat ook lukken. En ik weet zeker dat God jou ook steunt. En jouw missie zal helpen volbrengen. Wij houden allemaal van jou. En niet alleen de familie, vrienden en onbekenden. Zodra ze horen van jouw missie en wat jij doet, dan zijn ze allemaal zo onder de indruk. Geen woorden voor. Ik heb een supermoeder. Je bent een heldin. Je bent een voorbeeld voor zoveel. Ik heb net in de interview gezegd, soms is het intimiderend. En bezorgt het mij ook wel een beetje druk. Want dat is echt, je bent een topper. En om daaraan naartoe te leven is best wel zwaar. Maar gelukkig kan ik gewoon opscheppen en zeggen dat is mijn moeder. En voor de rest ben ik maar gewoon lekker mezelf. En ik wens jou heel veel goeds. En tot gauw. Mwah. Dikke knuffel.